Now, in this page, page 200, the first question for this page says, why were the girls delighted? Then it says, why was Josie so happy? And number 3 says, why did the father say it is good time to do your homework? And number 4, what did Josie and Ling use to look at the night sky? When you do comprehension, it's good that you read the questions first so that you have an idea about what you are looking for in the text. So now that we know the questions, let's go and read the page and we can have an idea about the answers. So let's start. It says, the girls arrived at Josie's house and were delighted. You remember the word delighted? We studied it yesterday. It was about what? What was delighted? Can you remember? Well, yes, I hope you said that delighted means to be very happy about something or very pleased about something. So the girls arrived at Josie's house and were delighted to be sleeping outdoors. Josie said, I'm so happy that we get to sleep in the tent. It will be lots of fun. Then Ling said, I'll get the sleeping bags and flashlights. I brought flashlights so we can play games in the tent. Josie's dad poked his head inside the tent. Girls, it is a good time to do your homework now because it is getting dark, he said. Oh, they both complained. Dad, said Josie, do we have to now? Yes, I already set up the telescope. All right, so let's go back to the questions. Why were the girls delighted? Yes, the girls arrived at Josie's house and were delighted to be sleeping outdoors. So they were happy or delighted to be sleeping outdoors. Why was Josie so happy? That's question number 2. What did she say? Can you find where Josie spoke? She said something. Josie is right here. Josie said, I'm so happy that we get to sleep in the tent. It will be lots of fun. So she was so happy to be sleeping on a tent. Would you be happy to be sleeping in a tent? I would. Now, number 3 says, why did the father say it is a good time to do your homework? Now, do you remember what the homework was? Do you remember? If you don't, you can go back to the previous page. The homework was, your weekend homework is to look at the nighttime sky and explain what you saw on Monday. That was the homework, to look at the nighttime sky. So why did the father say it is a good time to do your homework? Here is Josie's dad. Here is when he said, girls, it's a good time to do your homework because it is getting dark and they needed to look at the nighttime sky. And when it's nighttime, it is dark. And then the last question says, what did Josie and Ling use to look at the night sky? What do you think? Yes, the father said, I already set up a telescope. A telescope, this word right here, I'm going to highlight it for you. If you don't know what a telescope is, I want you to go to Google, type the word telescope, and look at pictures of a telescope so that you know the meaning. That's how you learn new vocabulary as well. You can also research in your internet, in your laptops or iPads or phones about new words that you don't know what they mean. So just type telescope in Google and you'll find out what it is in case you don't know. There is something here that caught my attention. It says, I'll get the sleeping bags and flashlights. I brought flashlights so we can play games in the tent. What can you play with flashlights in a tent? We learned a word in a story some time ago. Can you remember things that you can do with a flashlight? If you use a flashlight in your room, you close the lights, and you can do what? You put your hand between the flashlight and the wall, what can you get? You can get shadows. You remember shadows? We did that word long time ago. I hope you still remember it. So let's go to the next slide. Now we have two tasks, and you have to choose one of them. You can do both if you want. The first task is to find the characters and settings in setting in page 199. Write them in the chart below. Task number 2, read pages 199 and 200 and then complete the following sentences. So in this story, do their weekend homework. So who does the weekend homework? Write the names in the first line here. Then it says they have to look at, what is the homework? What do they have to look at? The girls have a what in Joseph's backyard? What do they have in Joseph's backyard? They are happy to and play in a. So you need to fill in the spaces. And as closure, just tell me, why is Starry Night a fiction story? Thank you so much, and don't forget to upload your work into Class Dojo. Bye bye.